right, in my last video, I talked about semaglutide, also known as Ozempic. In this video, we're going to talk about Mounjaro, also known as Trizepatide. So when looking for this compound online, as the generic name is going to be Trazepatide. You're going to see other names like company names like Mounjaro. Same thing with semaglutide is the more generic name, and Ozempic is more of the company business, name on top of the generic name. And you must understand that when we talk about these two different but similar compounds for weight loss today. Now, let's just start with question and answers because I think that's the best way of going about this. The best way of going about this is just answering the common questions for today. That way I can get all those out of the way for pretty much everyone watching these videos. Now, this is a common question that I get pretty often, okay? Should I use semaglutide or Trizepatide? Now, I would say I would start with semaglutide. It's known, and what I have seen from clients is that Trazepatide is a little bit stronger, but semaglutide, if you're trying to basically get the bang for the buck, a semaglutide bottle is usually going to last longer than a Trazepatide bottle. And because when using Trazepatide, you have to use more milligrams. The protocol is a little higher milligram than the semaglutide is. The average dosage of semaglutide is 500 micrograms to 1,000 micrograms per week, where Trazepatide, the average protocol is 2.5 milligrams to 10 milligrams per week. So, and I've seen the bottles that I get, Trazepatide come in 10 milligrams. So you could imagine either a vial could last 4 weeks or 2 weeks, or sometimes only 1 week, depending on how advanced your dosage is and how long you've been using it. Obviously for the first 10 weeks of using Trazepatide, you're going to be at a pretty low dosage. But with semaglutide, that usually comes in a 2 milligram or 5 milligram vial. The ones that I see are coming in 5 milligrams, where that vial will obviously last you at least 5 weeks. Most of these vials of these peptides, whether you get them in the click pen or just the peptide vial that you got to reconstitute yourself, these vials are only going to last you 40 days in backostatic water. So you must understand that, even when you keep them in the fridge like you should. Now, is Trazepatide safe? For the majority of people, I would say 90% to 95% of people out there, yes, it is very safe. But I have seen in certain situations with semaglutide, Trazepatide, these weight loss drugs can slow down your metabolism, can slow down your digestive system. If you're suppressing your appetite and you're not eating like you normally eat, then obviously your digestive system is going to slow down. And if it's already slow and you already have that issue, you have to understand that you're going to need a lot of fiber. So understanding that you need a lot of fiber, that way you can go to the bathroom, this is very important. Very, very important. So eating prunes and Goli gummies and make sure you're getting good fiber intake. That's very important. I have also seen, but rare, where people have had like high heart rates on it. Very extremely rare. I have seen heartburn is very common on Trazepatide, semaglutide, these weight loss compounds. So having an antacid is very important. But that's pretty much the most common side effects that I have seen. So I would say for majority of people, it is safe, but everyone is different. Everyone can react different to certain compounds. So That's why with my protocols, my clients, my people, I always say, hey, I want you to start extremely low dosage. So like if you're going to take semaglutide, I'd be like, hey, take only 100 mcgs for the first week. If you're going to take Trizepatide, I'm going to tell you to only take 500 micrograms for the first week, because I want to see how you react, how your body reacts to the actual compound. Because if we hit you with a huge dose and you have some weird reaction, some weird anomaly that no one else has ever had, then that huge dose is going to cause a huge reaction. Rather than if we do a low dose, a really small dosage, very small, like smaller than you would normally ever even attempt, then you only have a small reaction. So whenever testing any compound out there, make sure you always do the lowest dosage possible in the beginning so you can see how the actual body, the human body, reacts to the compound. All right, now let's talk about protocols, okay? Now, understand that this is going to be a standard protocol. It's not going to be your protocol. Can you use it? Yes, but you must understand that males may need more, females may need less. You just don't know. Everyone's different. But I would recommend starting on a Sunday or a Monday. Those are two great days to start this protocol. It's an easy day to remember. Hey, I got to inject on Monday. Hey, I got to inject on Sunday. It's just easy to remember those days. Now, week 1, you want to start low dosage like I stated before, because you want to make sure that you don't hit yourself with a huge dosage in the very beginning and then you cause a weird reaction, which puts you in a bad place or a dark place or whatever. So week 1, you want to start with 500 micrograms. Week 2, you want to double that dosage to 1 milligram, also known as 1,000 micrograms. You need to understand the difference. You need to understand how to convert milligrams to micrograms. It's very easy, but a lot of people don't understand micrograms and milligrams and grams. So an easy thing to always remember is 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. Now, a half a milligram would equal 500 micrograms, okay? Week 3 to week 6, you want to bump to 2.5 milligrams. You want to stay on that dosage. So the idea is to, within the week 3 to week 6, you are hoping that your appetite is starting to suppress. Because the idea is to suppress the appetite, drop the calories, drop the carbs, increase the cardio, lose fat, lose water weight. That's the goal, right? Now, if you notice that week 3, 4, and 5, and 6, that 2.5 milligrams is working decent for you, week 7 through 10, you might only need to go up to 3 milligrams or 3.5 or 4 milligrams. You gauge that. You know your body better than anyone. Don't let a doctor or a coach tell you how to do it. If you feel that a less dosage is going to be better for you, you have to understand that if your coach tells you, hey, go to 5 milligrams, but you think that you would only need 4 milligrams, well, less is always better than more. Always. It's better for your pocket. It's better for your body. It's better for everything. Okay, so do more with less. That is my motto. Now, if you need to go up to 5 milligrams, that's very understandable. A lot of people don't feel the suppression until 5 milligrams or 5,000 micrograms. Okay, a lot of people don't. I have seen a lot of people that don't see any suppression until week 7. But I have seen a lot of people have suppression by week 3 or 4. It just depends, person to person. Everyone's different. Okay, so after week 10, and you want to continue and you need to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, or 50 pounds, or whatever the case may be, you might want to bump that dosage up from 5 milligrams to 6 milligrams or even higher. That is up to you and your coach or your doctor. Okay, so this is just a protocol that I just wrote up based off of ones that I have seen and ones I have used in the past. Now, if you were my client and I was coaching you, there would be a different protocol. And I basically, anytime someone signs up with me and they want to do Trizepatide, Semaglutide, or whatever the case may be, I write them a full document on how to do this, how to reconstitute it, how to measure it, how to put it in the syringe. Literally, I give them step-by-step instructions, and then we talk about it. And then the coaching aspect of it is you get to communicate with me 24/7, 365, and I will help you anytime you need help. That is the perk of having a coach on call at all times. All right, so that answers that question. So is Trizepatide expensive? Well, it's more expensive than Semaglutide, Ozempic, but would I consider it to be expensive? No. You see a lot of weight loss medication, pharmaceutical supplements, whatever the case may be. A lot of weight loss supplements on the market are bogus. There's so many that have not really done much. Years ago, I was putting clients on HGH Fragment, and I thought that and phentermine was like the two top-notch weight loss, supplements out there. You have Clin and you have Anavar and you have GW50156. You have these other ones that work really well, but I didn't think it was going to ever get any better. Now, Trizepatide and Semaglutide are very good for suppressing your appetite. If you have a appetite issue and you can't slow down your metabolism, then this is a great way of doing it. What are other ways in the past? People use phentermine, which would be cheaper, but Trazepatide and Semaglutide will help with your insulin. It will help so your sugar doesn't drop when you are suppressing your appetite, where phentermine doesn't really do that. These peptides, compounds really help regulate your body, and it not only suppresses your appetite, but it helps with your glucose. It helps you feel normal, and that's the beauty of it. So is it expensive? No, not for what it actually does. If you were my client or if you have my source list, you won't think it's expensive at all compared to the other prices you have seen. If you educate yourself and you Google the prices, or you talk to doctors, or you call clinics around your area, your city, whatever the case may be, you will think, oh, this is very expensive. But if you then talk to me, someone that has very good sources, fully lab tested sources for a good price, a way better price than anywhere else on the market, then you will be like, well, it's 50% cheaper if I go through parentfitness.com and his companies that he recommends, the companies that he uses. You'll be like, well, this is worth it then, because I don't want to pay double with these other doctors online or these doctors down the street, and most insurances aren't going to cover this. It's very rare for insurance to cover this. So most people I see, 99% of the people I see, they're paying out of pocket for this. And they're going to other sources and other websites and they're buying it and they're paying a hefty price. So I could see why you would think it is expensive, but make sure you get a hold of my source list. Make sure you get a hold of my contacts and you talk to them, and then you'll realize, wow, Parent Fitness really cares about his people. He cares about getting his people, his clients, his followers the best possible price, because I'm not in it to make millions of dollars. I'm in it to help people. That is my goal in life. That is what I'm trying to do, is help people. I'm not trying to become a millionaire like a lot of these other companies and a lot of these other coaches. So it's not expensive if you know the right people. So that is the answer to that question. Okay, to answer this question, how do I get to connect? How do I get the plug? How do I find these companies? Well, you go to my website, you grab the source list on the website, you contact the individuals on that. Like, it will be websites and it will be contacts through the application called Telegram, because Telegram is an encrypted application. Trazepatide, semaglutide is a peptide. It falls in a gray area. Yes, it is a pharmaceutical, but if you get the peptide for research purposes only, it falls in a gray area and you can purchase it legally online. Now, if you want the even better price, then you will see on my source list from my connections, which is an extremely good price. If you want an even cheaper price, you want to get 25% off of even that price, you have to become a client of mine. All my clients get 25 to 50% off year round on products. If you're not my client, you still get 25 to 50% off other prices you see online. But if you want to even better that and get another discount on top of the discount, become my client. Because not only do I take care of my followers, I really take care of my clients, the people that support me 100%. So if you're trying to get discounts on this and you're trying to do this for, 6 months to a year, becoming my client is the best thing you can do, because not only will it make all your products that you want cheaper, but my coaching services are the best price coaching services and the best coaching on the market. And I say that with confidence because there's not hardly any other coach on the market online today that will let you message them day or night. You could message me at 4 a.m. And when I go to the bathroom, because I wake up a lot in the middle of the night to get water, to go to the bathroom, whatever the case may be, I will literally reply to you at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And it don't matter, because I got clients all over the world. Japan, Israel, Turkey, Europe, whatever the case may be, Africa. I have clients everywhere. So I have to be on that app, ready to communicate to anyone and everyone, 365, 24/7. So I hold that strong. I hold that strong for all my clients, that I will communicate with you and message you all day long, because I want to help my people. I want to be there for my people, whether it's there for their anxiety, it's there for their well-being, it's there for their life coaching, whatever the case may be. I want to be there for my people, and I will always be there for my people.